The flag football team years ago started a tradition, we called it the football family. At the beginning of each year, when we get into the summer heat, we come together and we decide that we're going to be what's called a football family. And that means that we're going to be brothers in everything that we do. And if one of us does it, we're all going to do it. We're going to pick each other up. And that's exactly what these young men did. Their captain was one Joshua Goose Severson, who was also the QB. He led the way. We had several seniors on this team, to include Preston Ransom. Ransom, let me tell you, he can run. He ran some out there for us. And then, I could say something about all the players. John Spalding. I think I've only coached one flag football team since the school opened without John Spalding on the team. So I don't know what I'm going to do, John, after this year, baseball and football. But this team here achieved great things. After a couple seasons of struggling, finishing 500, this year they turned things around, led by Joshua Severson, and basically went 9-3 and were the runners-up for their district. They made it to the playoffs. They overcame some adversity in a playoff game where the lights went out on us and we had a 45-minute delay. Remember that one? And they won their playoff. They won a playoff game, and we fell a little bit short in the next game. But what a wonderful season! 9-3. Congratulations to you all, the varsity flag football team. We also had two football members voted as all regional varsity flag football team members, and that was our QB, Joshua Severson. And our running back, Preston Ransom. Congratulations. Thank you for holding the line, men. You were a wonderful team to coach. I'll never forget you. You came together as brothers, as I always ask. You were very positive in everything you did. You picked each other up, and you survived the Texas heat and the hill. How many times have you run up the hill? Once for you, once for each other, right? All right, guys. Thank you. The varsity football team. At this time, I'd like to invite up our wonderful high school cheer team. Thank you, Coach Fair. How about a round of applause for Coach Fair, Mr. Fair, the job well. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. As you know, I live in the Crossline. I live over by the swimming pool area, which is far away from the school. But I get lots of compliments from my neighbors who live right here along the school. They appreciate you guys playing at 7 o'clock in the morning. So if they have any plans of sleeping in, maybe they got a day off, probably not going to happen. Thank you for all your hard work. We're going to miss you, Luke. Well, you know we're senior, correct? Yeah, we're going to miss you dearly, so not only for football, everything, drumline. Okay. Congratulations, our first drumline.
He named himself that.
All right, at this time, I'm going to call up a team that their season's not complete. But I will tell you, last night they defeated the Ikea Judson Jaguars 21-3 to capture a district championship. Let's get the varsity baseball team. So this right here, as I said, this is a story that's still not completely written. Their season goes on. They have our first playoff game on Monday at 6 o'clock at Colt 45 Field. If anybody would like to partake in that, it's about a 50-minute drive away. It's not close. But they'll be playing their first playoff game at 6 o'clock on Monday. Are you guys excited for that? Yes, what a great group of young men. They endured a tryout. They had to prove it at the tryout that they were worthy of the team. They came together as young men to form, once again, similar to the football team, a baseball family. What a pleasure it's been to go through the journey of the season with you guys. To be out there at Pickerel Park practicing with you guys every day, seeing the growth that you guys have, not only in your school life, your personal life, but out there on the field as well. I couldn't be more proud of the success you had. Last year, this team only won one game and had a tie. This year, they've already won 8 games and captured a district championship. So more to come on this. We'll put something out on the school Facebook or something like that about the team as their season progresses. The season's going to progress, isn't it? All right. But once again, we had to have our selections for the all-regional team, and those selections came in from Texas. And we have 2 young men that earned this award, and that is our captain of the team, Joshua Severson. Joshua leads the team in his willingness to play multiple positions. He's played the outfield for us in the past, first base, third base, shortstop, second, pitcher, and catcher. We appreciate that. And if you don't know him by Joshua, a lot of people call him what? Exactly. All right. We also had another young man that's played for me for several years on the varsity squad, Luke McCall. Luke, along with John Spalding, have played on this varsity team since what? Y'all were like 6th. John, you played on this team since you were like 6th grade? Yeah, so John's been on the varsity team for basically 7 years, and Luke, you've been on the team for what, 6? Yeah. And both these men, years ago, if you look on the wall over there, one of our only trips back in 2021 where the varsity baseball team went to the state final, those 2 young men were very young middle schoolers on that very young varsity team that only had freshmen and sophomores and middle schoolers on it. So they've been around for a long time. Once again, I don't know how I'm going to operate baseball without Luke and John. But I'm very proud of all of you. We have 5 seniors on the team. Hey, if you can, come out and check out a playoff game next week. Congratulations, man. Let's keep it going. You're district champion, varsity baseball team. You guys will be seniors. All right, now we have some extra special awards to give out that we're very proud of. I don't think we had a single one of these last year, but this year we have the honor of having 4 of them presented by the Texas Charter School Academic and Athletic League. We have 4 student athletes that have earned the Varsity All-Academic Team. Yes, so that's wonderful. How about a round of applause for that accomplishment? Let me tell you what exactly this means. Let me tell you what it means. It means that these student athletes not only had an A throughout this season, but every year since they were freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, they never had anything on the report card less than an A. That's a pretty significant accomplishment. Do you agree?
You're gonna eat all that?
Our first winner of this award,
Man.
Aiden Loylis.
Oh my God.
Aiden! No more cheesecake for you right now.
Not expecting that.
How about a round of applause for Aiden? Aiden, you came to our school last year, is that correct? Aiden has played flag football and varsity baseball with us the last 2 seasons. He's been an absolute pleasure to be included in our program. We're so glad that you decided to transfer over here to Founders from wherever you came from. And we're so proud of Aiden. How about one last round of applause for Aiden? Our next award winner is Jade Reynolds. Jade, what year did you transfer in? Sophomore. So
I didn't know you were
sophomore,
allowed to
junior,
play in 6th grade.
and senior year.
Yeah.
Jade has, you played volleyball one year, didn't you?
Was the high
But
school
she's
and middle school?
probably a basketball player. She loves basketball, and she's been terrific
Oh,
at
you're
that.
still
She's been the
CYO
captain
then.
of the team, the leader. She's been a wonderful addition to our school as well. And then our third winner is Joshua Goose Severson.
You got a lot of awards there.
There's no way.
So This young man here transferred into our school freshman year, correct? And we had just, I think we came off, that was right after COVID year, correct? And our field was under construction. I don't know if you guys remember any of you when our field was under construction being revamped. Well, the football team had to practice over here in the Crossvine, and the first time I met him, he showed up at football practice around August 1st of that year, and he showed up in a white t-shirt with dog tags and aviator sunglasses. And some of the players out there for flag football tryouts were like, "Hey Goose, what's up?" So if you haven't watched Top Gun, that's where that came from. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that story. But that nickname stuck very well. Would you agree, Goose? Yeah. All right, our fourth winner, obviously he could not be here, so his sisters will come and collect his award. Aslan Wild. Aslan has been a leader of our basketball team. He made the varsity team, I believe, when he was in 7th or 8th grade. He's been on that varsity team a very long time. And if you get a chance to watch the basketball team this year, he was phenomenal. He led the team more than ever. He had several games where he scored 30-plus points. He was a terrific leader. His team looked up to him. They felt extremely more confident when Aslan was out on the court with them. What a terrific young man he is. He's been in my athletics class. He runs as hard as anybody, lifts weights as hard as anybody. Very proud of Aslan. How about a round of applause for these terrific student athletes? We couldn't be more proud of that. Congratulations. All right, so now we're going to move into the Achilles Award. For those of you that don't know, Achilles Award is an award that we have here at Founders Pasco County of Shirts. That is the highest honor that we can give a student athlete. It is the epitome of our athletic program. It's going to be, every year, it's going to be a person that's had a very, very significant impact on our program all throughout their high school years. And I will tell you, this year, when we get to the award winners, very difficult decision. I will tell you that this class that's going to be graduating this year is filled with great athletes, both on the female and male side. A very terrific class. Probably, I'm just saying, it's probably the best athletic class we've graduated. So we're gonna bring the seniors up here later, but how about a round of applause for the senior class? Like I said, this award is only awarded to a graduating senior female and male athlete. The award we deemed was Achilles, mainly not because Achilles was a perfect person. He was not a perfect person. As a matter of fact, when Achilles was very young, in his teens and early ages, he was ruthless, he was prideful. He had little respect for human life, little respect for the enemy. But as Achilles matured, he grew more respect, and he grew more honor, and he grew more, what's most important is he grew more compassionate about his fellow man, the importance of being a family, being in a brotherhood, being a leader. Being someone, Achilles was someone that when his men went to battle with him, they were more confident. They were more confident because Achilles was with them on the front line in battle. If Achilles wasn't there, they did not like their odds. They did not like their chances. But with Achilles' presence, just by being there, the men fought harder than just, with the force of more than just themselves. He was a person that made the warriors greater than what they actually were. And that's what we're looking for from these student athletes when we choose to award the Achilles Award. We're looking not for somebody who's the greatest warrior in Greek history, but we're looking for somebody that demonstrates these type of qualities, being a leader, being somebody that is confident, being somebody that's immersed in strength and courage, but also having temperance and being vulnerable to compassion for their fellow man and the fairer sex even sometimes. Someone that, if they're not the best at every sport, they're one of the best. If they're not the captain, they're an assistant captain or the captain. Their impact is known when they're on a team. And their teammates feel their presence and they feel more confident just by that particular young man or woman being out there. But it's also somebody that's willing to sacrifice, somebody that's willing to do things that maybe they weren't willing, they didn't think they were going to have to do, or maybe they didn't plan on doing, or maybe it wasn't the thing that they wanted to do. But they took it for the team and they did what they had to do to make it work. They took that responsibility. And I think we can all agree that that would be a great teammate, would it not? So the young man and woman that we're going to call up here tonight, they've demonstrated that. But I will tell you that Coach Riddle and myself, it wasn't easy this year, was it, Coach? Yes, there were several student athletes. I don't think we've ever had this problem in a year. Several student athletes that are worthy of this award, but unfortunately we can only give it to one young man and young woman. And we had criteria that we followed, and we came to a unanimous decision between Coach Riddle and myself. So I'm going to call up at this time, we're going to start with the Achilles female winner, and I'm going to call up Coach Riddle to talk about the winner. Coach Riddle.
Our female Achilles Award winner this year is Madeline Persoff. I've had the pleasure of coaching Maddie since her freshman year in soccer and her sophomore year in volleyball. She's a multi-sport varsity athlete, having played volleyball, basketball, and soccer for our school. She's been captain on my volleyball team for the past 2 years and received MVP awards for multiple sports. Maddie is a very hard worker. She's resilient, she's a natural leader, she's motivational, and always seeking to improve. She supports her team and even makes sacrifices for them. In soccer, for the past 4 years, Maddie has come up to me at the end or beginning of every season and said, "Coach, just so you know, I really don't enjoy playing goalie." And I say, "Maddie, I know. I will do my best to keep you out of the goal," because she is phenomenal on the field, and I need her on the field. But every year, something comes up during the season, from the beginning or at the very end or in the middle. At some point, we need Maddie in the goal. And when that happens, and I look at her and I say, "Maddie, I need you in the goal, either today or for the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks," she has no question, and she puts the gloves on. She says, "Yes, let's go." And this season was no exception. We were approaching playoffs and needed a goalie, and she had been on the field the entire year enjoying it, and I said, "Maddie, we need a goalie, and I need you." And she trained so hard for a week and a half. We had a week and a half straight, and it was the best goalie experience that I've had as a coach in the last 4 years. She did phenomenal. She saved our team in playoffs multiple times, multiple games. It just shows her acts of selflessness. She did that as well this year with basketball. She struggled a little bit mentally, trying to decide if she was going to take a break between volleyball season and soccer season. It's her senior year, and just like I said, she's a multi-sport athlete. But the basketball team needed more players, and to support her friends and support her team, she decided to assist the team this year, which that is 8.5 months straight, from August till mid-April, that she is in a sport 5 days a week, after school, 2.5 hours a day, plus games. It's a long time without taking a break, and it's a lot that we ask of our athletes. But she did that for her team and her teammates. As a high school athlete, you have to make self-sacrifices due to training and team commitments. Maddie, like Achilles, has made countless sacrifices for her teams as well. She does it without question and with passion. She's an incredibly hardworking athlete, and I wish I could fill a team full of Maddie's work ethic. I'm honored to present her with this award. It is very well deserved.
Maddie, we also have a pin that you'll put on your cap and gown at graduation, demonstrating that you're the best of the athletes for this graduating class. Congratulations, Maddie. One more round of applause for Maddie. Well, like I said earlier, Coach Riddle and myself had such a difficult time, probably more so even on the boys' side than the girls' side, selecting our Achilles Award winner. This young man, when I was reading the notes here I had for the character and attributes of Achilles himself, I couldn't be more talking about this young man. And that's Joshua Severson. Come on, Joshua. Come on up. This young man, since day one, I just want to talk about leadership. Okay, this man has accepted all the responsibility for his team. Not only accepting the role of captain, but accepting positions such as pitcher and catcher, accepting positions as being for 2.5 seasons being the varsity quarterback. Okay, that first season as a backup and then a starter for 2 seasons. That takes a lot. That takes courage to be a pitcher, to get out there in front of everyone and have the ball in your hand all the time. It takes courage to get out there and take responsibility of a football huddle and have the ball in your hand every single time. But also, I want to talk about his academic success, which we just gave him the award earlier. Not once did I ever have to blink twice about this man being on the progress report, okay? That's a huge thing. This man excels in the classroom. He excels in life. He picks up his teammates. At practices, when things are not going well, all I had to do was get with Josh and tell him, look, we got to change this around. You're slacking off. We got to get this thing going. He's like, you're right, coach. I got to get this thing going. And he would take charge and take responsibility. If mistakes were made at practice or in a game, this young man would take responsibility for his teammates. Okay? It's on me. It was my bad. I got this. We're going to make it right, and I'm going to make sure it's right. I couldn't be more proud of you. How about a round of applause for Joshua Severson? One more round of applause for Joshua Severson. And like I said, he's still playing baseball on Monday night. If you'd like to come support the Hoplites, you can see Joshua, John, Luke, all those gentlemen in action. Did everybody have a wonderful time this evening?
I got something.
Well, we're not going to conclude the evening until we invite all of our senior. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything, Coach. We want to invite all of our senior athletes to come up here so we can see their faces one more time right up here. All senior athletes, come on. Take a look at these seniors. Like I told you at the beginning, precious moments. We're never going to have this group up here again. We love all of our students, our seniors here. Here at Founders Plaza Academy, we talk about holding the line. These young men and women are held the line. They're leading this school better than they found it. Our reputation in athletics is great sportsmanship, great character, great fortitude, great temperance, and they demonstrated all that. And they're leaving here with all of that still intact for our athletic program. I couldn't be more proud of all of you. But hey, they couldn't do it without their parents. Let's get our parents to stand up in the audience. All senior parents, stand up. Absolutely. Thank you. We can never thank you enough for what you allowed them to do. This right here, in my opinion, like I said earlier, the best athletic class that we've graduated so far. They were tremendous. Just look at the amount of athletes we had right here. A wonderful class. Coach Riddle and I thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything you did, for getting in the weight room, for going on these cross-ride runs, okay, even though you thought I was crazy. I hope that you saw the benefit of that in all your different sports that you chose to do. I hope it makes you stronger for what you're going to choose to do next, whether that's the Marine Corps, college, first responders, the jobs that some of you might get into, veterinarians out there. You guys are doing all kinds of wonderful things. You're going to be wonderful in life. I wish you nothing but the best. I know you're going to be successful. I can't wait till all of you come back and share the stories of all your successes. We're going to miss you dearly, each one of you. Thank you for everything you've done for our program. Every time you walk, if you walk in here in the future, which we hope you come back as often as possible, when you see that F on everybody's uniform, you represented that. You understand? You represented Founders. You understand? Thanks to them and the success of our athletic program, Responsive Ed says they deserve a new gym floor. Let's get a wood gym floor over there at Founders. Coach Snyder, we got to step it up. Here at Responsive Ed, we got to step it up, and we got to get y'all's facilities up to the potential of your athletic program, the way it's moving. So we're going to build you that wood floor, and we're going to put that F logo right in the middle, and we're going to do it this summer. Thank you, seniors. You guys may be seated. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and go into my closing remarks. We thank you for attending this evening. Before I get into everything, I'm going to keep it short, I promise, because I think we're about out of time, aren't we? Is it 8? Yeah, it's only past. But I want to thank one more time. I want to thank Mr. Alonzo. Where's Mr. Alonzo? He's back there by the doors back there. Mr. Alonzo. He's the chairman of the athletic committee. He didn't do it alone. There were several other members of his athletic committee. How about one more applause for the athletic committee? I'd like to also show our appreciation with a round of applause for our kitchen staff, Mr. Holden's crew back here, and all the servers. If there any of y'all be there, please step forward. Thank y'all. Here at Founders, we pride ourselves on great sportsmanship. That's how I started this evening. And that's something that we value deeply. Mrs. Hunt and I have conversations on how are we going to hold the line and keep that tradition here at Founders every year. What does it take? It takes hard work. It takes hard work on the coaches, the administrators, and even more so on the student athletes. They know when they step on the field, the court, the track, whatever, that it's different when you're at Founders. You got more responsibility. You gotta have that shield with you that you wear every day at school. You have to have it with you out there on the battlefield, so to speak. And all these young men and women, freshmen through senior, have done an outstanding job this year. Everything is still intact. Founders is still a school that everybody wants to play, and they know they're going to get a great game, and they know when the fans walk out of this gym or another gym, they're going to say, that was a great game, it was a great environment, we want to do it again. How about a round of applause for all these student athletes? And like I said earlier, I can never thank the senior parents enough. Their job is done. I mean, I guess, here at Founders, it's done for us here at Founders, for our athletic program, but we can never thank you enough. But we also want to thank all the parents. So a round of applause for all the parents in attendance. These seniors that are just up here, we saw all their wonderful faces for the last time all up here together, and we're going to miss them deeply. But now is where we hand it off. The seniors hand it off to the freshmen, the sophomore, and more importantly, the juniors in attendance. That now it's their time to step it up and hold that line. Juniors, can we do it? Sophomores, can we do it? Freshmen, can you hold the line? That's what we want to hear. That's the spirit of Founders. It's a wonderful school. I hope everybody identifies that this is a special place. It's something different. Keep it close in your heart, seniors. Come back and see us as often as you can. We will welcome you with open arms. Free admission for all basketball and volleyball games for you seniors that come. All right? We hope you had a wonderful time. The drum line's going to lead us out. Hey, who are we? 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 Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Go hard.